Hello everybody and welcome back to Aberrant FC. Today we're doing another Newcastle United experiment video. And we're going to be doing a manager that's been requested in the comments a couple of times. And that is, let me get the stream up, Julian Nagelsmann. Yeah, one of the ones that was linked quite early on, alongside Pochettino, alongside Julien Favre and other managers of the like. I thought he'd be really interesting. Obviously, a bit of an up-and-coming coach, only 31 still. He's been a manager since his late 20s, and yeah, I'm quite a fan of him in real life. So I'd be very, very intrigued to see how he does with Newcastle. So what we're going to do is the same as what we did in the last episode. We're just going to go 12 months ahead and see where we end up. We've done the classic thing of giving him a ridiculous contract, so the likelihood of him being sacked is very, very minimal, unless his name is Steve Bruce. And yeah, he's a very, very good manager. He will buy younger players generally because of his high working with youngsters and things like that. So we could see some interesting signings from him. I'm just going to get us going straight away to the end of next season. Okay, we are back in October, as you can see. We're going to look at the summer signings. I thought this season it's probably worth checking out who he signed in the summer. So let's go here to Newcastle. You'll see the 7th in the league, so things are going well. There's a lot of names in there. There's a lot of new names. Let's go to the transfer history. Okay. Any major outs before we get into it? Kieran Clark, Manquillo, Richie, Fernandez, Andy Carroll. Let's go to Leipzig. Any interesting frees? No, not really. And right, okay. This kid is becoming popular in these. Bukayo Saka coming in for £55 million. And he's played very well so far. And 2 goals, but a 7.2 average rating is very, very good. He's incredibly quick, great on the ball. Yeah, he's a very good player to be bringing in. A lot of money, but probably worth it. Donny van der Beek. What a player to bring in. This is obviously the attacking midfield option, is what they've brought him in for, to be a little bit of a less of a playmaker and more of a classic attacking midfielder. A bit like Kaká sort of style, I imagine. He's very well rounded. He'll press. He'll just run for days, and he's got real good technicals. So he'll be a really, really good player in the league, I imagine. 2 in 2. 2 goals, 2 assists, in 9 games. That's pretty impressive for a midfielder. Mason Holgate, this is an interesting one. This seems like a lot of money for a player like this, but he's English, he's quick, he's not the tallest, but he's quite physically, able still. Can play right back if required, can play in the midfield if he's needed to, so he's a good player. A lot of money, but a good player. Brandon Williams, I'm more keen on this signing because he's younger, he's pacey, he's got really good mental attributes for someone of his age. His technicals are a little raw, he's not great in the air, his shooting's pretty poor in general, but his crossing's decent, his passing's decent, his teamwork and work rate, stamina are all decent. So he'll be a very, very capable left-back. Mikola Matavinenko, this guy's fantastic, isn't he? Left-back, centre-back cover. Great in the air for someone who's only 5'11". Good crossing, very brave, good work rate, vision, teamwork, off-the-ball positioning. Everything you want. His physicals are fantastic. Yeah, he's a good player. Good signing. 23.5 million. I don't think that's crazy money for a player like him. Will Hughes came in, bit of John Joe Shelvey Mark II. Not as good of a passer, but he's a technical footballer. He's okay. He's okay. Another English player to bring in for the quota. Chong has came in. He'll also count as a homegrown player. So this is a good deal, really. He's incredibly quick, good flair, dribbling. His other technicals aren't that great. He's got good technique though, so he'll be decent. We've seen he's been playing up top a little bit, but he's a good sort of definite backup player, I'd say. But he's 6'1". He's very quick. He'll be a nuisance. He'll definitely be a nuisance. Rob Holding, a classic of these saves, 11 million. I'm pretty content with 11 million for him. That seems like a good deal. He's decently quick. He's all right in the air. Good marking, good tackling, good teamwork, work rate, determination. He's a good player. Lewis Dobbin, a 17-year-old centre-forward / winger who's incredibly quick and has good crossing, and that's it. That's all he's got. So, Thomas Mornier, this is a bargain at £5 million. What a player to bring in for £5 million. Just incredibly well-rounded for a fullback. He's big, he's decently quick, he's good in the air, he's got good teamwork, determination, work rate. There seems to be a lot of work rate signings going in, which I quite like. And then Guendouzi, again, another great work rate, good passing, good vision, good technique. Physicals are really solid. He's defensively capable. That's a great loan signing. Pasalic is an okay signing. Nothing crazy. An okay signing. Has played it in Serie A for the past few years. He's a very, very good player. So I think Nagelsmann has made some really smart deals here. If you look at the schedule so far, what sort of games have they been winning? Or what games have they been losing? They lost to Southampton and they lost to Man United, but they beat Chelsea and they beat Leicester. Those are big results, big scalps. We've got 2 Tottenham games coming up, but we are going to come back now at the end of the season. We'll check who they signed in January and see where they finish come the end of the season. So I'll see you there very, very soon. Right, so we are back at the end of the second season with Julian Nagelsmann. Let's go check out... we'll go Premier League first. The Premier League. Newcastle got Europe in the second season, the Europa Conference League. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Any Newcastle names popping up anywhere? Well, the obvious one still, so he's clearly playing games. He lost on the final day, which it wouldn't have made that much of a difference anyway, but let's have a look at the squad. Has it changed too much since we were last here? There is at least one new name in there, and there's a good young player coming through. Centre-back, 6'4" at 15. He's going to be a unit. He's going to be a unit. But yeah, they finished 7th. That's pretty impressive. Let's have a look at the transfer history. They signed Ferland Mendy on loan. Love that. Alex Schlager for 3 million. That's a good goalkeeper to get in. Played a few games. Liam Higgins, Everton, youngster. He looks good. Petkovic. This is an interesting signing. Very expensive, but a good target man. Interesting. Really interesting signing, that. 6'4", and he's a bit of a unit. I like it. And then Emerson as well for 30 million. Okay, interesting. Emerson for 30. How is he wanted by? He's listed. That's not ideal. Sheffield, okay. 36 million. Interesting, but if you look at the outs, Miggy's gone. That's the big one. Miggy Almiron has left for Boca Juniors. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at the schedule. Any big scalps been taken? Right, we said last time it'd be interesting how they're doing against Tottenham. They didn't do that well, but they beat Arsenal. They beat Chelsea. Drew with Manchester City. Lost to Arsenal again. No spectacular results, I'd say. 4-0 against Brighton, 4-0 against Leeds. Pretty good results, but everything else pretty sort of straightforward for Julian. But he seems to be doing a pretty good job, you've got to say, compared to some of the other managers we've had. I think he's been impressive. Who's been the sort of key men for them? Average rating, Petkovic is right up there. 11 apps, 7.57. So Maximan, Sean Longstaff is right up there. Sorensen, what is going on with his finishing? It shoots up in this save. But yeah, the lads have played well. Who was on hot form at the end? Sorensen. Yannick Torres came in and started doing quite well. Okay. I think you've got to be happy with that if you're a Newcastle fan. So what we'll do is we'll come back after the initial transfer window again to see if Nagelsmann has done anything else to improve the squad. Hello, right, we're back. It's a different day. I'm in a different clothes. Things are different. But we are back with the experiment with Julian Nagelsmann and Newcastle United. Let's go to the Premier League. We went forward a whole year. We didn't do the January bit. I think I might have mentioned it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we're going to go all the way to the January, past the January, all the way to the end. We just want to see, have they progressed again in 12 months? So they finished 7th last time. Were really, really good. Made some really sensible signings. So let's see where they've gone now. Okay, so they've actually gone further down the table, but they've made progress in getting further in Europe. So that makes me think they may have won a cup competition. which is very, very interesting. Let's go have a look at that. So the squad, some different names in there already. Quite a few different names in there already. Players like Asensio, Chukwueze, Tomiyasu, Wagwe, Dragowski. Already lots and lots of different names. That's good. That's good to see. I'm intrigued as to how this is going to have changed the sort of the types of results they've got. So let's go and have a look at the transfers. Transfer history. On the ins, Dragowski cost 63 million, Chukwueze cost 56, Asensio was a permanent. Let's look at Dragowski's stats. We'll go on to the pages. What a player. Wow, what a goalkeeper he is. Incredible sweeper keeper. Just perfect. Perfect kind of goalkeeper. Really good shot stopper. Played pretty well as well in the time he was here, so got to be happy with that. Chukwueze, incredibly pacey winger, very direct, good dribbling, flair, all the rest. Asensio, obviously a technical mastermind, incredible playmaker. Perfect kind of player for a team like Newcastle to get. Wagwe, more of a fullback, former Barcelona man, wasn't he? Yes. Very quick, good player, just good physically. He's not the most perfect technical player, but he's very, very physical. Godfrey from Norwich, good signing, proper centre-back, can play in the midfield, technically very good, physically incredible. Another sensible signing. All of these are so much more sensible signings than what the other teams made. Tomiyasu, again, physically very good, hard-working, can play out on the right as well. Harry Winks, that's a bit of a steal for 18 million. He'll be a squad player by the looks of it. Yeah, he's mostly a squad player, but a very good one to have. Jeff Bridge, a regen who looks like he's going to be incredible from Brighton. Very, very good dribbler. And Walton as a third-choice goalkeeper by the looks of it from Brighton as well. On the outs, major outs include Alisson Maximan for 100 million to PSG. 100 million! And he's been incredible. He's been incredible for PSG. Okay. Will Hughes for 17, Lascelles, Shah, Joe Linton, Holding, Hickey. Lots and lots of players out, but wow, incredible stuff. Let's look at the schedule. How did things go? So, decent in the league. Where have they? So they look like they dealt with their Conference Group League pretty well. They got knocked out of the EFL Cup by Man City quite handedly. Went through there and then they won the European Conference League. Absolutely incredible scenes. Wow, they beat Villarreal in the final. Harry Winks and Matty Longstaff, two Englishmen, with the goals at the Parc des Princes. Incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff. That's how they've gone to Europe again. So they're in the Europa League now. Well, I guess we'll see you next year and see if they can improve on that. They've won a European competition. That's more than what any other manager's done in these experiments. So Nagelsmann, love to see him in the black and white. All right, I'll see you in 12 months in-game time. Okay, everyone, we are back again for the next part of this experiment. 1 year to go after this to see where Nagelsmann can get Newcastle. But let's go straight to the Premier League. Okay, Newcastle finished 7th, improvement on last season. They seem pretty consistent at doing this now. No players popping up in here straight away. Let's go have a look. Okay, lots of similar names in the team. Couple of different ones. So let's go with the transfer history to sort of work out what's happened. So, wow. Okay, Paulinho in for 90 million. Very good winger. A lot of money, though. He has played quite well in his time here. Got Lisandro Martinez. Centre-back CDM. Incredible player in this game. Always worth every penny when you sign him. 66 is a lot. Jack Grealish now as well. Obviously, we all know about Jack Grealish. Very, very gifted player. Very good in Football Manager too. Nathan Ferguson, a pacey, decent on-the-ball centre-back. Quite a lot of money, but a good player. Joe Gomez for 33 million, a good signing. Similar player to Ferguson, but, you know, it's an English player. The money's always going to be high. Morgan Gibbs-White for 21 million. He looks like he's mostly supposed to be a squad player, but he seems to have played a lot and played very, very well. 10 assists. And then finally, Kegs Chorke? Chorke? Is that how you would say it? from Southampton, a 20-year-old. Bit of a punt by the looks of it at £4 million. Some big deals out. Matty Longstaff to Liverpool for 100 mil. Van de Beek to Barcelona. Emerson to West Ham. Bruno Petkovic to Zenit are the main ones. But yeah, some big transfers in there. In the schedule, how far did we get in Europe's semi-finals against Chelsea? So it really wasn't a bad run. They've had another good season. Nagelsmann has done some big things. I think as a Newcastle fan, you'd have to be happy with what they've achieved here. Yeah, I really do think you would have to be happy with it. Grealish and Godfrey are now the captain and vice-captain. Club's doubled in value in its time since the takeover. They're just that little bit away. If we go back to the table, they're just that little bit away from being as good as everyone else. You know, just that little bit away. But they're not that far off, are they? They're not that far off. So we'll come back end of next season for the final instalment of this to see where Nagelsmann has got them. So far, you'd have to say he's done the most solid, consistent job of any manager we have used so far. Okay, the final part now. We are going to see how Nagelsmann has done in the Prem with Newcastle in his final season at the club. He's got them sixth and they got Champions League. I wonder how they got that. Oh, and there's an interesting name there. Okay. Let's go. So Phil Foden and Team Dobbin. Okay, let's look at the transfer history. We're not going to look at the schedule yet. Transfer history. They've brought in 164 million. 164 million. Crazy stuff. Blasphemy. Look, they've run out of money after that. Who's this kid? He's quite good. Ran out of money after that. They've sold some players as well. Including Joe Gomez, Wagwe, Matvinenko. I think we all want to know all of this. Did they win the Europa League? They won the Europa League. Newcastle United have won the Europa League under Julian Nagelsmann. Well, I might have to send this over to the Saudi PIF fund just so they know what's gone on. Wow, they had a man sent off and everything. The drama that must have ensued in that game. Absolutely incredible stuff. And that's where we're going to end it. There's not much more to talk about, but Julian Nagelsmann has clearly been the most successful manager Newcastle have hired so far. Pochettino did get Champions League football, but never done anything else. Never won any trophies. Nagelsmann, he might not have gotten them much higher up the table, but he's turned them into a force. They are now going to be a regular top 7 side every single year with him at the helm. And I think Newcastle United fans would be more than happy with that in the end. I know I certainly would. So yes, thank you all very much for watching. If you have made it this far, please do hit that subscribe button, like and comment as well if you've really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope to see you again next time where we will be doing a little bit more of a jokey manager experiment. And there's also a new series coming up. And it's going to be interesting. It's a Premier League club. Well, not the one we're looking at now. It might surprise a few of you. So yeah, we will see you again next time. I've been Jake, this is Aberrant FC, and I'm out. Goodbye.